right, happy 2024. Day 2. The boys running around like crazy, which is good. I don't really have a whole lot to say. Just a couple of talking points for the new year. I encourage all of you, and I'm going to try and do better at it myself, is to just be better informed about what's happening in this world, and not take what the government says to be the gospel truth, because it rarely is the gospel truth. In fact, I don't know what their record is. There's been a lot of conspiracy theories going around, and I'm not going to mention any of them because that'll get me banned for sure. But I'm interested in what the record is. Like, how many of those conspiracy theories have turned out to be true? I mean, we can talk about COVID. All the numbers point to that they replaced COVID with the flu. That doesn't mean COVID wasn't real. It also has pretty much been established that it's been a man-made virus, or a man-made constructed virus, whatever that means. The vaccines were completely a waste of time. That most of those numbers that were shouted from the housetops by government officials and influencers alike were not accurate. There's a lot of eyebrow raises and teeth clenching going on every time one of those things comes out. And so many people were bamboozled by it. And and so many people were forced to take it. I don't care what anybody says. Take this or you lose your job. That's forcing someone to take it. Take this or you can't go out. You can't participate in society. That's absolutely coercion of the worst kind. And I mean, they put together all the clips of the news, basically saying the unvaccinated are the scum of the earth. Like, it's hard to believe that happened, and people have sort of brushed that over, but we should never forget that went down. And that doesn't mean you should, look for acts of vengeance against those people that made those decisions. Like, your everyday people were thoroughly convinced that the government had their best interests at heart and believed everything that they said. And that has turned out to be, for the most part, to be untrue. So that ought to tell you that what the government says is not true. In fact, I downloaded it. I haven't posted it yet. There's a CSIS, which is basically our FBI, or I forgot the name of the other American one. There's two. You guys have too many three-letter words over there. Organizations, I can't remember them all. It said that every government, federal government, has been infiltrated and influenced by China. Everyone. This is his sworn testimony as one of the top CISA agents. What does that mean? What does that mean for the everyday person? I don't know. He literally says that they ignored CISA's recommendations for mostly self-interest, which means they got paid to shut up. They got paid to be influencers of China, or certainly support their agendas. I do think that's part of what is going to happen here in 2024. I'm not predicting any dark times. Who knows? I mean, it's not going to be a problem-free year. There will certainly be terrible things happen. They happen every year. The best thing that you can do, as I've said many times on this platform, is to be a positive influence in your circle of influence with the people that you actually can impact their lives, your friends and your family and the people that you love. That is it. But my mantra this year is not only is it my thoughts, not yours, but to be brave now. Not in the future, not at, some other moment, but to be brave now. I encourage you all to find ways to be brave now. We are all in different situations. We all have different pressure points. I'm sort of at the point in my life and career where I have pressure points for sure, but very few, and not very many of them are acute, frankly. So I guess I get to be a little more emboldened on this stuff than people that are employed or otherwise. The only word I can think of, which is an unfair word, is compromised. But I get it. It's not judgment on my part. If you're like, listen, I can't say what I want to say because I'm beholden to whatever, my career, my church, my family, whatever. I don't have any issues with that. But you should find ways to be bold now. It's going to be. That's how I'm going to start all these things off with my thoughts, not yours, which I didn't do this time because I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to do this. But I am going to end it with be bold. Be bold now. And that be bold in your career. Do something that you always thought you wanted to do but didn't have the cojones to do. Develop a new skill. Learn a new talent. That's part of the amazing thing about my life and watching my own children as they succeed and fail in life is they have talents that I don't have, that they've discovered on their own. They are their own individual people that have strengths and weaknesses, all the rest of that stuff. And it's been a fascinating journey to watch them sort of develop into the people who they are, which I think is absolutely wonderful. So, Happy New Year to everybody. I encourage you to find ways to be bold now. Do it now. Start in 2024 to cut your own wake, be your own person. And as Gandhi said, be the change that you expect to see in the world. That's where it starts with you. That's where it starts with me. And then it spills over into other avenues. I wish you luck in your journey. Those are my thoughts, not yours. I'm doing it wrong already. Be bold